I'm Kirsten, welcome to my book nook. I'm sorry that I missed Thursday's video. I made a mistake with our travel arrangements and ended up back a date later from my holiday than I expected. So I expected to be away for two videos which I had ready to upload on my phone, but unfortunately I got back late on Wednesday night, like 2 AM on Thursday morning, without another video ready to go, because I thought I had a video ready to edit and upload, and I'd accidentally deleted it instead. So I thought, you know what, actually I'll just watch everyone else's videos for a bit, get caught up there, and wait until Monday. So I'm really sorry that I wasn't here. I had a great time on holiday. We went to Prague and Warsaw with a super train in between. It was brilliant, really beautiful countries, really beautiful cities, and I can talk more about that if you like. So I haven't done a tag for a while, I was thinking, and I would like to do the rapid fire book tag, and I'll link the details of that down below so you can have it go if you like. I've got them on my laptop and I will just go. I haven't prepared for them because obviously they're meant to be a really rapid, really quick response. So the first book, ebook or physical book? Physical book if I can. Love my Kindle, lost my Kindle. So it's somewhere in the house, I think, but I haven't seen it for a while. So ebooks on my phone, I find I get distracted by other things on the phone. And yeah, I really like physical books. 2, paperback or hardback? Paperback, because hardbacks are often a bit heavy for me. If you hear any bouncing in the background, by the way, that's Andreas on the trampoline.
Mom?
Yes, darling?
I want to talk to you over. I love your second.
So Andreas was just saying he's found a Kindle and he doesn't know whether it's mine or my husband's. Paperback or hardback? Right, sorry. Paperback, because hardbacks are too heavy for me, especially if I want to read in bed. Like, I don't mind a big book if I'm sitting at a table, but if I don't have a surface to rest it on, I find it too heavy and I find it puts me off reading it. So paperback. 3, online or in-store book shopping? Online, I hate shopping. Even bookshops tire me out really quickly. 4, trilogies or series? I don't really have a preference there. I sort of think of them both the same way. Sorry. 5, heroes or villains? I generally like the good guys better. Sorry. 6, a book you want everyone to read. I'm going with Out of the Blue by Sophie Cameron. I think you will love it. It's just out in April. It's YA fantasy. Angels start falling from the sky, and Jaya, her mother has just died. Her father drags her into the city, into Edinburgh, to find out what's going on. It's about love, it's about loss, it's about friendship, it's about family. It's utterly beautiful. It's quite short, it's quite a quick read. Yeah, go read it. 7, recommend an underrated book. Well, that would have been my underrated book, except I already called it. I'm going to go with An Unkindness of Ghosts by River Solomon, which is, I actually know them, but it's sci-fi set in a sort of space like antebellum South, and it's got this amazing protagonist who is just so relatable and so lovely, and I'm not saying she's exactly like me, but I sort of could understand where she was coming from and where she was going, and it's all about she's a doctor and she has to save the ship, and I guess that's kind of how it was like, really. So anyway, it's brilliantly written. Go and have a read. The last book I finished was Lost Objects by Marianne Womack. Marianne is my partner's sister-in-law, and it's a book of short stories. It's her first book in English. She publishes also in Spanish. It's a wonderful book of stories. It's got so much really good personalisation. I felt almost voyeuristic reading it, but it's brilliant. It's post-apocalyptic weird fiction. There's a lot of birds. The first story is set in Cambridge, which is where we live, and it's just beautiful. Go and read it. The last book I bought, I'm not really sure, but Competence by Gail Carragher turned up in the post as a pre-order yesterday, so I'm going to go with that. This is the 3rd book in the Custard Protocol series, which is the 3rd series in the Parasol verse. in which Prudence, the daughter of the protagonist from the earlier series, and her friends pilot a dirigible around the world. I don't really know where it's going yet. This one seems to focus on her friend Primrose, but we'll see. Primrose is a sensible one. We'll see. Weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark? A Kindle. Sorry. Used books, yes or no? Yes! You can get so many more books that way. I love book swap booths. Actually, that's the video that I accidentally deleted. I took a tour of local disused phone boxes, which are now used as libraries. So I'll do that at some point, I promise. And it's just, you know, you take a book, you pick up a book. There's not really any rules, but books, just lots of books. Okay. Top 3 favourite genres. Sci-fi, fantasy, and I guess YA, maybe mystery. Most of my friends read sci-fi and fantasy as well, I've noticed. So I guess I get more recommendations that way as well. But I think those are my top 3. 13, borrow or buy, either. I'm happy with either. I guess I'd like to buy if I want to lend it around, but I'm quite happy to borrow if someone recommends something. Characters or plot? Characters. If the plot's interesting but the characters are dull, then I'll like it a lot more than if the characters are interesting. No, the other way around. If the character's interesting but the plot is dull, I'll like it a lot more than if the plot is interesting and the characters are just annoying. Long or short books, don't really have a preference there. Sometimes I like long books because I didn't want them to be over that quickly. Books are as long as they have to be, right? Long or short chapters on the whole, because then I can read to the end of the chapter and leave it at a reasonable point. But I will just leave books in the middle of a chapter, so it's not that big a deal. Name the first 3 books I think of. The Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett, The Lord of the Rings. Oh, this is hard. And Rita by Banana Yoshimoto. It's a good book though, you should read that. Books that makes you laugh or cry. Oh, I know, it's Lauren Graham's autobiography, whose name is Talking Just As Fast As I Can. Absolutely had me laughing out loud, and I think probably crying in a place or two. I cry a lot though, so that's not so, I don't laugh as much as I cry. So Talking As Fast As I Can by Lauren Graham. Our world or fictional worlds? Fictional worlds. Audiobooks, yes or no? I'm getting into them. I sort of mostly listen while I'm cooking. Sometimes I watch videos instead, so yeah, alright. Not as much as textbooks, but yeah, not textbooks, you know, visual books, I suppose. Do I ever judge a book by its cover? A little bit, but not so much that it'll put me off. Well, I say that. Actually, I was put off reading a book for a while, and then it turned out I didn't like it earlier in the year, and I think I mentioned that because I DNF'd it in one of my wrap-ups. Johannes Cabal, there's something of Johannes Cabal, I don't know. But on the whole, I usually don't look for the best cover, I look for the best synopsis. But yeah, I mean, you want to have an attractive cover or you'll never pick it up, right? Unless someone's recommended it to you, I guess. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations? TV adaptations, I guess, because you get more stuff put in. I think it's got a lot better recently though, where they make the movie more like the book. Like, I was just talking about this the other day. P.S. I Love You. Brilliant book by Cecilia Ahern. Brilliant book. When it came to the TV, they just made random changes. Like, instead of being set in Ireland, it was set in New York. And then the bit where they go to the Mediterranean was suddenly a lake in Ireland. And I'm like, the Mediterranean Sea is not equivalent to an Irish lake. But my husband loved the movie, so I guess it was just because I'd read the book that I didn't like the movie. But I think TV adaptations have less of that. Like, there was that wonderful Little Women adaptation the BBC did, which I didn't actually finish, but was going slow enough that it could fit everything in, and I really loved that. A movie or TV show I preferred to its book? No, I can't think of one. Series or standalones? standalones on the whole, but it's really only a minor preference. I like series as well because sometimes you just don't want it to be over, but then sometimes they kind of get worse towards the end. I'm looking at you, Veronica Roth. So I guess it depends. Take how long you need to tell the story, really, I think. And that is the end of the tag. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to be back on Thursday. If you've done this video, comment down below. I would like to tag, I forgot that I would want to tag people, sorry. Alex Black, Emma Novella. If you wouldn't mind doing it, I would love to hear it. If you don't want to do it, that's okay too. And if you've already do it, can you link me please? Thank you. And I will see all of you good folks on Thursday. Bye.